that's easy. So let's talk to Doug.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, happy to. How can we help?
I have, my father passed 2 years ago, and I was the executor along with my one other brother. My other brother is contesting the estate. He had hired an attorney. There was concern with he wasn't kept informed enough with the process of paying all the bills and taking care of the house and everything that went along with that. We have a hearing coming up this week in Oakland County, and apparently they're going to be deciding some things. Help me understand how that should be defended by my attorney.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Nobody's got a right unless you're the appointed fiduciary, right? And did you and the brother who's co-personal representatives, were you named in the will as co-personal representatives? Is that how that worked?
That's correct. My father had a will and a pour-over trust.
Okay.
But the trust, of course, wasn't funded by the home, but that's been taken care of by the sale of the house, and we distributed the assets from the sale of the house recently.
Okay, so all right. But you and your brother, the two of you who are the representatives, you were named in the will as co-personal representatives. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what. All right. Well, here's the thing. You as the trustee, as the agent, as the personal representative, executor, whatever you want to call them, whatever all of these roles require you to make accountings. Now, it is not at all unusual for people not to meet the deadlines for the accountings. That happens, okay? But so long as you kept your receipts, you spent the money in the right way, et cetera, even though you were late in giving the accountings, right? And you said, well, here's where the money went. Here's where the money came in. Here's how it went.
Right.
And with probate, you had to file that inventory, right? And then you had to file accounting with probate. Yeah. So basically, it boils down to a no harm, no foul situation, because if you and your brother were straight up, but here's the question. So here's what we always do, whether it's a probate matter, trust administration, whatever, or someone who's been serving as agent under a power of attorney doesn't want to do it anymore. All of those situations require the person who is entrusted with the property, with the decision-making, to give an accounting. So we do the accounting, and then we send out, I call it a receipt and release. Typically, especially if you distribute, I'm troubled by the fact that you distributed property. You don't distribute. My philosophy is you never give, but you get. And what you're giving is the inheritance. What you're getting is the assent from the person who is getting the money, the stuff, whatever it is, right? That Doug did a good job. My other brother did a good job. I got a copy of the accounting. I agree with it. I wouldn't sue anybody. I'm really happy. I'll, continue to send Christmas cards to each other. The idea is you lay out in a document, and it's not an official court document. Okay. This is just how we do it, and I've always done it. You lay out in the document what the heck is going on. Dad died. Dad left a will. Dad left Doug and Henry as the co-personal representatives. Dad had a trust. The trust wasn't funded. We sold the house. We got so much money. Blah, blah. Here's the accountings are attached. I understand that I'm getting 50 cents as my distributive share. And boy, am I happy with the 50 cents. And Doug and Henry did a super job, and I would never sue them in this life or the next. And I can't wait to get my check from Doug and Henry. You sign something like that because what you want to do before you get to court is like, what are you complaining about, brother? Hey, Timmy, I get you're unhappy. Why? Well, do that before you give them the money, okay? And the reason you do is find out, okay? Tell me what the problem. Oh, you sold it. You didn't sell it. I mean, usually they complain because you didn't sell it for enough, or you stole the china, or whatever. There's usually something like that going on. Okay, well, now's the time. And they have a great incentive to tell you what the problem is, right? Tell me what the problem is. Because when you tell me what the problem is, we'll fix it for you, and then you'll get your money. But if you give them the money, right, it's speak now or forever hold your peace, right? But if you give him the money, what, now he's going out and hiring a lawyer, who fills his head with, oh, they didn't do this in 90 days and they didn't do that and blah, 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 and they didn't respond. Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm not saying you shouldn't have done it and your lawyer should have kept you up to speed on, and then you're going to say, you're the one. You point the finger at me. But anyway, your lawyer should have kept you up to speed on all of this stuff, but it doesn't always happen.
Right.